Hello everyone and welcome to Solshow. Today we are reviewing Pitch Black, and I know it is terrible lighting, and that is on purpose because, like Pitch Black, I waited till I got the worst lighting possible. This is awful. Plus I got my new place and I can walk around. So I just wanted to revel in that fact while I review something. Pitch Black came out in the year 2000, and the reason why the lighting is so shitty is because Pitch Black was made the first movie I've seen where it took shitty lighting and made that an effect within the movie. Pitch Black, sci-fi movie. It was the big starting movie to introduce Riddick, who is known for the movies Riddick and the Chronicles of Riddick. And I know, I have Chronicles of Riddick. I haven't seen it yet. I think it's with the rest of my movies somewhere, but I remember Googling like, hey, do I need to watch another movie? And it was like, yeah, you need to watch Pitch Black before you watch that movie. So I was like, okay. But then I was never able to watch Pitch Black, and then when I finally picked it up, I had forgotten that it was, just this movie that introduced this character. And when I popped it in, I was like, oh, Vin Diesel, okay, he's in this movie. I knew nothing about this movie when I popped it in. Absolutely nothing. And I know some people, it's like 17 years old at the time of this recording, and some people consider it a classic now. I don't know if I'm within that sentiment. This movie has a lot of flaws, but basically the idea of this movie is we got this ship and it crash lands, and Riddick, who was a prisoner with being held on the ship, is loose, and he's basically a supervillain. He has like this incredible strength, and he also has like these crazy Sharingan type eyes where he can see in the dark and do all these other type of things with his eyes. You know, he's got a very distinct look with the goggles and everything. Vin Diesel playing Riddick, completely badass. I love him. Meanwhile, our other characters, they're kind of just trying to get a grasp of things. It's kind of like your survival movie. This planet they landed on is really fucking weird. There's all these lighting effects happening. These suns that are just bouncing around. There's like 3 of them. They're all different colors. It's like Planet Namek up in here, and they're just like swishing around, and the whole movie just looks like shit because of it. It's great. I love it. The movie progresses, and slowly we find out some things about our characters. We got like our kind of final girl. We got, some quirky side characters who may or may not die. Then we got Riddick. And on top of that, we also have this cop character who, bounces back and forth between, oh, is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? And then meanwhile, Riddick, who we assume is like this super villain, we see the human side of him, and we start to root for Riddick. Because even though he's a fucked up person, he's going against this guy we don't like as much, and because it's fucking Vin Diesel, badass, cool character. I like when movies can spin the plot like that, and movies, this is a thing that, because I watch pro wrestling, and there's always this face-heel dynamic in wrestling, and usually a lot of people root for the bad guy, so I like when they flip that on its head and actually use it for part of the plot. Going back to Pitch Black, this movie wraps up. There's this big finale. It's great. I didn't even talk about this movie has these monsters on this planet that live in the dark. Planet with 3 suns. You would think, well, those monsters must be like dead immediately. But there's an eclipse coming, and these monsters might get loose. Vin Diesel just happens to have these night vision eyes that give him the edge. What a coincidence. But ultimately, Pitch Black was the cool sci-fi movie I needed when I popped it in. I wanted something different. I wanted something like this. Vin Diesel, he's a very specific actor. You can't do a lot with Vin Diesel. He's got a very distinct voice and distinct, you know, range. But movies like this are perfect for him. This movie is ultimately a supervillain origins, and it's great. I'm not taking a lot of the steam away from the other characters. There's not that much wrong with them. But goddamn, Vin Diesel in this movie, he is just kicking ass, taking names, and not giving a fuck about anything. And the ending to this movie was also very surprising. It kind of breaks the norms of your traditional writing schemes, and I thought, you know, hey, why go the usual route? It probably wouldn't have been that sentimental anyway, so why not just kick its ass and, you know, let this character have its moment. I love that. And I kind of knew Vin Diesel wouldn't die because, you know, there's 2 more movies that he has to be in, so, or I guess they could have brought him back, but I didn't think of that at the time. 17 years later, this movie still looks like shit, but that being said, it's a good movie. I would pop it in. It's definitely worth your time. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna give Pitch Black a 7 out of 10. Let me know, you guys, what are your thoughts of Pitch Black down below. If you've seen it, if you liked the movie, give the video a thumbs up. If you didn't like the movie, give the video a thumbs down. And yeah, I'm going to hopefully review the Chronicles of Riddick and Riddick just when I get around to watching them. I don't know if I'll review them. I'll just do videos on them of some kind. I don't know if this is a review, but let me know your guys' thoughts down below. And with that, I leave you.